Good morning, you beautiful people. So today we are moving the meat chickens, all of them that's left, to this area here. We've still got 10 of the original batch, and we are trying to save morning. Hello. Trying to save our lucerne. We've placed a shade cloth over some of the lucerne, and then when we remove the shade cloth, it actually recovered very well. So that means if we remove the chickens and we give them water before the cold comes, we might have some good growth on the lucerne before the cold comes. So the chickens will be living here with the cattle and the sheep over the next couple of days. You can also bring the other feeders here. Shirley, you can put plenty, and then you can also bring those other feeders here, other buckets, everything. Okay. And that extra 10 we'll probably see when we'll harvest them or not, whether we'll have them grow up a little bit longer. They're gonna be Lisa's dinner, so we have to decide how much Lisa's going to eat when she arrives. So every year there's some crops that we plant too much of. Beetroot's gonna be one of them. Thank you, Manette. So we'll plant them all over the farm, wherever, and see silly bug. Hello, silly bug. Plant them all over the farm, that and the onions, because we can always sell them, and we can always can them, and they store very well, and so we can eat them for months and months that comes. So on the way to the township, we heard about a house that's for sale. We're gonna have a look at that. Imps, can we go look at that house now?
Yeah, no, we can. I called the lady. Yeah, she said
she's there. Okay, great. Go and have a look at the house that's for sale. And while we're doing that, we're also taking Manette more mulch. So bankrupt bush. Very interesting bush. The more that we work with them, the more I like it. See how velvety it is. Interesting things are going to happen over the next couple of days. I'm getting a permaculture expert here on Saturday. Somebody that knows way more than I do about agroforestry, and he's going to give us some advice on the area that we want to use for agroforestry. Lisa is coming on Friday. That's going to be freaking awesome. Can't wait for that. So all in all, exciting stuff. Right, so at the location that is for sale, we decided in principle it's not a great idea, but I thought we're gonna have a look at it in any case. The reason for that is just so we can look at prices, but the reason why we decided it's not a great idea is because I've spoken to some people at the municipality, and they say we'll struggle with the title deed at the moment. Mora. So this is just over 300 squares, and it's 180,000 Namibian dollars. It's got those 3 rooms, and then this place that they use as a shop. There is electrical connection, and then they said they've got water connection, but now the lady isn't at home and we don't see any water connection at all. So that's just the interesting thing, just so you can have an idea what land goes for in the township. Interesting thing here as well, witgat tree. They're quite good for indicating groundwater normally. And yeah, that is it. That is the township in Orataveni. This can be turned into a paradise. Obviously loads and loads of work. So as we were looking at that erf, the neighbor came and said this land is also for sale. It's got a bit of a building on it. That's the border there where the grass stops, and then that's the entrance on that side. This is exactly 100,000 Namibian dollars. You get this ruin of it, but there is a water connection already. The meter is gone. Yeah, but they will have to pay for it again. Oh really? Okay.
Dus
Ja,
de municipality belde, we zoeken onze...
And there's a drain.
Goed te komen afgaan.
Some, yeah, what happened, yeah. People stole the windows and the door frames from the house. That's why it looks like this. See, all the windows have been stolen out. All the door frames have been stolen out. Need to be careful, there's normally wasps here. Wasps really like me. Toilet's been stolen out. Strange that this door frame hasn't been stolen out yet. And that little window there.
De lalies gaat breed.
Very, very interesting. You see, this is a clay brick. So they've built this house with clay and plastered it. So you made the brick shifts of compact earth and then just plastered it with cement. Very interesting. And then they mixed it with cement bricks. You see, there's the wasps. So back at Manet's place. Middag oma. He's quickly taking off the mulch that we have, our unfriendly termite mulch. See if we cannot add more organic matter into the garden and make it more lush. Since I've made that video yesterday about Imsa's garden that transformed, so I'm very much flaming. I don't know if burning, I think is the correct way to say it. I don't know how to translate it from Afrikaans, but in flames about the permaculture projects in the township again. Very, very much motivated. So sometimes I motivate him, sometimes he motivates me. Together we keep the flames going. I'm driving from Manet's, and Bessie and I have been speaking about how ridiculous it is for those prices in Township to look like that. Absolutely, absolutely ridiculous. So I said to him, I'm gonna go and show him this land here. This is, while I was speaking to the guy in the municipality about how that paperwork would work, I asked him if there's any land that you can buy directly from the municipality in this area. Now, I'm sure you recognize that. That's the area where we've dug those African smiles, and about 100, I can't remember exactly how many, I'll have to ask him. There's about 100 African smiles in there, and this is then an area that they've allocated. Now, I haven't been to the municipality obviously yet. Let me show you what we do have here. This is, I'm gonna stop next to this lady quickly and show you what we have here. It's probably also about 300 square, and so lady, I have no idea who the owner of the house is. But as I said to Bessie, the biggest problem here is that if you buy here, then you're stuck with municipal codes. Yeah, the earth looks more or less the same size, I would say about 300 square. And here you can buy a clean, empty earth with sewage, connected sewage, and there's an easy way to connect water and an easy way to connect electricity for also about 100,000, just over 100,000. Then you buy it here, you've got the river over there, but then it's just a clean piece of land. About the same price. You'll have neighbors with a bit more money. You will not be in Township, and I don't know if it's a negative or a positive, but you'll be stuck to the building code. So you won't be able to build with zinc, and you won't be able to build with bottles and tires and stuff, but you'll be able to build a nice house next to a nice area. There's also some street lamps, etc. So one more property to consider. It's not like we're considering it, we're just shopping around, playing around with prices. Him's triggered the idea by me when he sent me that property for sale, and all of a sudden, you know, your gears in your head starts moving. So there's no plan regarding property yet. It's just playing around with prices for now. We'll see. Okay, my friends, I hope you enjoyed the property shopping in Otjiwarongo. Listen, I've been using the GoPro more often, but I realized there's some sound issues. So I want to find out if you've seen improvement in the images and what do you think about the sound. If you have any plans or advice on how to fix that. I think maybe getting an outside mic. The GoPro's been quite nice. Chidler's bringing me coffee. That's always a good thing. Thank you, Chidler. And that's going to be the end of my story. See you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.